Okay, we're just gonna have to... We'll do the hand-holding thing, I think.
Hold hands!
So you guys hold hands and you continue on this path, and I will just say, for the sake of brevity, you follow this path and you follow it for hours and hours and hours, and you kind of get the feeling that this elevation is going up. You hit 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, just time passes, and you continue. You can still see these footsteps in the ground here. It seems that the majority of these smaller, kind of like misshapen footsteps are out there. It just seems to be these same stocky footfalls into this ground here that are you're following this trail on. And after a while, like, the ground begins to dry out and isn't as moist, but the same path continues. So you're not like too worried about it. You see certain pockets of like rainfall or where water collects in the trail, and you still see the same footfalls in there, but just you notice that this pathway seems to just be a way that you follow.
Okay. I think I just realized something, but I'm not going to say it out loud at the moment. But I want to keep following this trail, for sure.
Okay. So,
The footprints, specifically.
okay. So, how many hours are you guys going to follow this before bedding down?
Do we want to continue doing a travel by night, sleep during the day thing, or do we want to kind of flip our schedules back?
We might want to flip our schedules back just because I
Okay.
don't know when these things are active.
Yeah, I don't either. About what time is it now?
How many hours do you go in darkness before you have this conversation?
We started at around 8, right?
You started at 8 when you hit this trailhead, and then kind of like, okay, we found a path, let's go.
Yeah, obviously don't.
I'd say at least 2 hours.
At least 2 hours before having this conversation.
Does that sound reasonable?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that puts us at what, 10?
10 p.m.
Okay.
Yep.
No one really used anything today, so we don't necessarily have to take a full rest. Do
We can take proper shifts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we could do like
You could take proper shifts and avoid like somebody sneaking up, but you would still need a full 8 hours to avoid.
I used one second level spell slot, but it's, not a huge deal. To get back almost done, it'll be okay.
Well, I mean, we can go ahead and do 8, and that'll put us still getting up around dawn
Yeah.
and moving on then. So
Yeah.
maybe if these creatures are less active during the day.
See the little cards.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that then. I don't mind taking a majority of the watch.
Richie.
Well, I'll take 4.
And I'll say this. Depending on some percentile rules, if you guys just want to go with the plan of resting and following this trail, there's going to be a couple of days of this. Is that something that you want to commit to, or is that something that you would like to investigate something further on? Because this trail is going to take a bit. Is what I wanted to give a heads up. So just to save time on every day, kind of going through the same conversation.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. I kind of want to keep going because I have a theory of where it's going to end,
Yeah.
and I kind of want to see what happens.
Further
You
away
guys
from
can
the
talk
wall.
out that theory
Yeah,
if you
we're
want to.
moving away from the wall.
Lauren / Cree wants to keep going. I don't care. I'll do whatever. I'm happy at night.
If my theory proves correct, you will appreciate the ending. If that makes any kind of sense.
What's your theory, just so we know?
They're small, stocky footprints. We already kind of figured we were following the dwarves. I think we're following them home.
People following who?
I think we're following the dwarves home.
Okay.
So that would mean going underground again, Rat King.
Oh, actual fuck yeah, let's do
I
it.
made a joke about being more comfortable in an ancient cave, so it seems kind of in
It's just a
line.
theory. But I kind of kept hoping that he would say the footprints ended in front of a rock or something, and I'd be like, okay, Lauren, Lord of the Rings now.
I just for the sake of us doing the wash repeat of just you go down a path for like
Yeah.
multiple times.
An hour goes by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the road again.
Yeah. So you guys are just full on committing to this.
I think so.
Okay. So we kind of
Any opposed? Hold on. Any opposed?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right.
Any conversation you guys want to have on? I'd say probably and I'm going to roll some percentile dice to see if something happens while you're on this journey. but I'd say about a 2-week journey.
Man, we haven't traveled in a long time, it
I
seems.
know, right?
Not proper traveled.
Like, is there anything you guys would, in this time, just kind of breather that you'd like to work on? Any discussions you guys would like to have across this journey? It's kind of become like a quiet, tucked away adventure in its own as you kind of take this 2-week adventure.
I want to get to know more about everyone, so I care more about
Alright.
everyone, I guess.
What?
So
You want
let's-
to RP?
Let's RP this out a little bit.
RP! We're gonna RP these 2 weeks.
Just a little
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Like, mostly, like, I don't fully, well, no, I do know why. I immediately took to, Norman, because his name is Norman, which is just amazing. But also the purple glow that came with him.
I
So,
I think I
there was that
adopted
attachment,
him.
anyway.
He's our child now.
I've
He's
been
our
kind of
child
with
now.
I've been with you guys since the beginning, but I still feel like we know very little about Kree's whole bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
especially since she was with the Char and they were.
So we're gonna go
We
around the
want
table.
to become
here.
better friends.
Well,
Yeah.
what we're going to do is we're going to go around the table, and there's a 2-week time gap here. So Sylvis wants to spend this 2 weeks getting to know everybody better, specifically Norman and Kree in that ballpark. Norman, what would you like to do in these 2 weeks?
Get to know your rats
I'm
better.
making sure my rats are fed, and I don't really have any aspirations beyond that at the moment. There's no shiny, there's no underground dark. I don't really care.
I'm just putting Norman, your focus for the 2 weeks is rats. Okay.
Get to know my rats better.
I want my focus on becoming better friends with him to be through the rats,
Okay.
with my whole animal thing.
Okay, alright. We can.
I am going to Snow White with your rats. Just
Kree,
a bit.
for these 2 weeks, what would you like to do?
I want to be studying any of the texts that I have on hand to see if I can get any information on the dwarves that will help us. And I want to learn more from the land as we go. Because it's not often that I get to be away from the university and be out, you know, aside from my time with the Char, so.
Can
Yeah.
I piggyback on that? I'm not a strong reader, as you may have guessed. So could you like tell me some of that stuff? Cause I like a good story. You were a teacher, right?
You can teach.
Yes, I was.
So even if I'm not the best student, you can still try, right?
So I'm going to put you down for studying with Kree.
Maybe just the cliff notes.
I just realized how I could connect with Kree too.
Okay? And Torin, what would you
Sword
like to do
grinding.
during this 2-week journey?
Do what?
Let's see.
Pull out one of my books on military tactics and, like, try and teach you.
Yeah, we're about to support grind over here.
And just like that, your Guild Wars became Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess Dora's just gonna illuminate on all the past events that happened.
Be
Okay.
glad that there aren't any doors around.
Just
Yeah.
kind of reflect and kind of, I'd say you meditate a little bit and try and figure out, kind of come to terms with what you saw going through this doorway and the different repercussions you think those have. And I'd say that you kind of, maybe one night you kind of talk to the group about, and you all kind of have like a powwow with discussions trying to figure out what might be going on during this. So I'd say during this 2 weeks you kind of ruminate on the gods.
Yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Eh?
Oh no, what stupid thing did you forget?
I forgot about my book gave me double perception on nature checks.
Oh,
Or double proficiency on nature checks. I could have done so much better on all of those. But I was looking at the book because I was thinking since Kree wants to, do more with the outdoors and stuff, I could use that as a, hey, let's learn about the plants together. So that's how I'm finding my connections.
So how this is going to work, I would say during this 2-week period, the party levels up.
There's one more thing I want to do.
Okay, one more thing Miriam wants to do.
Just like before bedtime, not even like in a formal way, but I'm gonna just kind of rotate praying to one of the gods and just be like, hey, are you there? Are you okay? Can you just watch over us?
Are you there, God? It's me, Miriam.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna like do one god per night and just kind of rotate it.
I'm putting you down for Rotato the Gods.
Yeah, rotate of the gods.
Oh my god. Will it rotato?
So
Yes.
how this is going to work, I would say everybody collectively, just during this week off, everybody levels up. For you gain 1 point in druid. You guys have a point in cleric, point in wizard, point in paladin, point in barbarian. You guys all take a breather and kind of come together and do that. So we're going to go through leveling up real quick.
I got my multi-class.
Do you want to multi-class? I will say that if you want to multi-class, I'd like to make it a narrative hit, but what did you have in mind?
I'm solo.
I had,
Dustin, I'm determined. I'm staying wizard.
Staying wizard? Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't think I'm ready to multi-class.
It was before I figured out that I had extra attack as a paladin, so never mind.
Okay, so you're good with just more paladin? Okay.
I think so.
Alright.
I can summon Treebeard 3 times now.
I might multi-class later, but come back to my idea, but we'll see.
Oh god, I don't know if I'm ready to decide if I want to
Another spell
multi-class.
slot. Okay,
There's
hold on.
some building.
Yeah,
But-
this is one of those just like freebie levels up. Like you guys collectively have went through a very harrowing experience. You all kind of connect and get stronger. I'd say during these 2 weeks, you all kind of some of you take some nights and train together. This is a good point to kind of just collectively as a group prepare yourself for whatever you're going to go into in the next portion of your adventure.
I see. I was like, hey, why didn't that improve? Because it doesn't every level. That's why. Hit
Whenever
dice
you're done, I'd
1d8.
like to see that too.
You got your iPad?
Plus my constitution.
Oh shit, I did download Player's Handbook into one.
There you go.
Oh shit!
Nice.
I was about to say, if nothing else, I can hook you up in my Google Drive, and I got all the books on there, so
Hook me up, brother.
D8 plus constitution.
I will send you that link later, remind me.
Okay.
Okay. So the way we do it, it's if you roll less than 5, like it says the or 5.
Yeah, if you roll less than 5, then you just
Okay.